Okay, hello YouTube. I believe I'm live. I'm going to give chatters a minute to gather up and do a little sound check, and we'll get going. If you're watching the YouTube recording, you may want to fast forward a few minutes until we got all the hellos done and everybody gets settled in, and we'll get going. Hey, Joan, can you hear me? I have a different setup tonight. Minicam is not working and wouldn't launch, so. Hey, CB. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to take that's a no. Okay. All right, good. I didn't go through Minicam tonight because it wouldn't let me. It didn't want to cooperate. It was not responding and kept locking me up. So I ditched Minicam and I went back to the old-fashioned way where everything's going to be backwards again. Straightening out my camera. Hey, Shauna, Jerry, Eileen. Hello. Hi, Linda. Hi, Kathy. All right, we'll get started here. So you guys have seen me use my Tracy Lemons on brushes before. Hey, Z. Hey, Joyce. I really like these brushes, and we found him. Gayla. You always come prepared. I love the gusto. Hey, Jude. Good morning from New Zealand. So I'm going to talk about Lemons on brushes for a little while tonight. I actually got to meet Tracy Lemons on when he was here in Baltimore for the American Craft Council show. He makes these beautiful handmade bamboo brushes. And if any of you follow Robin McClendon, you'll see her use one for her scripting. Well, she has many, but she uses one for her scripting that she's had 20 or 25 years. These are really high quality brushes. He uses a variety of different synthetic and natural hairs, some sub-bearing elk, silver fox, goat, horse, synthetic with goat, synthetic alone, all different sizes, handles, all different stuff. Hey, Pat. Kimberly. Hey, Amalia. Not sure who else slivered in here. I wasn't watching. But anyway, I met him. It was a lovely guy. I bought a couple, I think the ones with the price tag still on them. These, this one, and this one. I bought from him in person when I met him in Baltimore. We've since stayed in touch. Hey, Glennis. And I had told some of you that he was going to be at the American Craft Council, which is a very high-end juried show, in Atlanta in mid-March. And he flew to Atlanta. He was at the hotel getting ready to go to the venue to set up when they got the cancellation that the venue closed and canceled the show. Now, as we know, all shows have been canceled till who knows when. But this was his big income, as it is many people's who were in the same boat. So I've been making donations when I can and trying to help different people. So this is an effort to try to maybe send some business his way if anybody's interested in a brush. So these are Lebenzon, Lebenzon. He has a great website. If you use the code, my first name, Patti, Patti, you'll get 20% off your purchase. He lives on the West Coast, and he is trying to get, keep up and get hustling and do what he can do to stay afloat. And like so many others are doing. So if anybody's interested in any of these brushes, now's the time to get them. They're really great. And Robin, like I said, has been using hers for 20 some years. and it's still her favorite brush that she picks up. And this one is similar to hers. Of course, the handles are all different because they're natural bamboo, right? This one is Siberian elk, and it comes down to a razor point, which most of his brushes do. Some don't because they're different uses. So he's got brushes for calligraphy. He's got brushes for sumi ink and, you doing scripting kind of things. There are some for watercolor. There's some for dry brushing, and he's got all kind of specialty brushes. He didn't have all the specialty brushes like this one that I got in person at his show. I don't know. He may add some of those. I'm not sure. But oh, there's his link. Gayla just posted his link. Thank you, Gayla. So if anybody's interested in any of these, or there are a ton more than these. He's working on some to send me that I can demo and play with going forward. So really great guy, great business, quality materials. I love these with the little stick on them. I don't know. It's so raw and natural. I think that's really kind of cool. And this one happens to be a mix of goat and synthetic blend. That's a medium size. All real pointy. This one is synthetic, I think. The brown bristle synthetic. Some of the synthetics are white. Some of them look black. Some of them are brown. This one's brown. That's got a long needle nose on there. This one is called the Itty Bitty. And this one's an inch long. This one's 3/4 inch. So you can see there's a difference there. And this one is Silver Fox. Oops, sorry. Really long, skinny, slender tip on that one. And this one was a specialty one. This one was actually going to end up in the Smithsonian. But I bought it. So who else do we have in here? Hi, Jerry, Gail, Grammy, Linda. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining. So I like this one. It kind of fit in my hand where this notch is. This is, gosh, I took the sticker off of it. It's a special kind of bamboo. It'll hit me. But some of these really one-off specialties he doesn't have in the shop. So he may be getting them in the shop. I'm not sure. But when you go to his website, hey, Chris. Hi, Cindy. Good to see you. If you go to his website, he goes into detailed descriptions of the type of hair, how he processes the hair, where he gets the hair, what the brushes are for, how much snap and spring back they have. It's really detailed. You can also, when you decide to order a brush, as you check out, you'll see in the box to please specify if you want a 4-inch handle or an 8-inch handle. So I like a longer handle, so I said 8-inch, and you can see none of these are really exactly 8-inch. They're just longer, right? Different lengths, but it's close. So he will accommodate that. Some people like a real short brush, but I have a big hand. I like a longer skinny handle. Hey, Eminem from Atlanta. So anyway, I just wanted to explain what was going on. You got the website through Gayla's post there. You can the website's really easy to navigate. There's a ton of information. Some of the brushes start at 3/4 of an inch and have like an itty bitty, a small, medium, and a large, and a jumbo or extra large as far as how many bristles are in the barrel. The lengths, they might have some of them that have like this Siberian elk comes in 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and I forget how high they go for how big they are. Hey, Carrie Ann. But hey, Jackie. He is working with DHL to be able to ship internationally and waiting for some final information from that. So if you're in the market for a good brush, if you do watercolor, calligraphy, sumi ink, scripting, anything like that, plus more, I think you'd be doing yourself a favor if you can. I know that this isn't for everybody right now. There's a lot of people having a really difficult time. But for those that are still working and still want to shop, this would be a good a good time to pick up a really lifetime brush if you take care of it. If you take care of it. So you don't want to use these kind of natural hairs with acrylic paint, but he does have some that you can use with acrylic paint. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Dot. So anyway, and I just happened to find this on Etsy. It's a bamboo vase, which is now my bamboo brush holder. So I put all these in here because why wouldn't you? All right, so let's get those out of the way. And let's do something. Let's do something. Yeah, what's wrong? All right, here's something. I got to put something with color out here. Maybe I should just leave these out here. Give the camera something to look at. And let's do, I wanted to do my hashtag Robin's Jelly Team project, but I honestly have not had time to do much thinking even at all. It's all action here. What is this? Is dried up in here. I'm not sure I want to add ink to that, but I think it'll be all right. What's the worst that can happen? I'm going to add some of this. This is the Daiso Sumi ink. You can get this ink on Daiso.com for, it's like 10 bottles are, God, I forget, like $18 or something. Hey, Janet. Good to see you. Oh, hey, Kathy. Welcome. Their shipping is on the high side, in my opinion, but it's still cheaper if you add the shipping and you divide it. I didn't get it there. I got one on Amazon, which was, of course, more per bottle, but I didn't think I needed 10. 7. Oh. So let's put a little bit of this on here. Now let's play with a couple of different strokes that you can expect out of these. So this one, oh man, I forget what this is. I shouldn't have taken my labels off. I believe this is a medium goat and synthetic. That was one of my first purchases. Let me see what this is. Might be. I don't know. We'll play with this one first. But anyway, this of course is I'm not the best scripter or calligrapher. I'm not a calligrapher at all. I can't zoom in, Z, because Minicam went on me tonight. Let me see if I can drop the camera. So hang on to your lunch. I'm going to drop the camera and hope I don't bash it with my head all night. That's as low as my camera will go. It's like doing the limbo. Yeah, I don't know what the heck happened with that, but let's try that. And this looks so weird to me because now it's backwards and it looks like I'm writing with this turn left-handed. Hey, Gilly. Uh-oh, why is somebody giving me time? I'm afraid to ask. I must have missed something. Yes, you should avert your gaze then, Janet. And he always says because there are a lot of, well, this one's synthetic and goat, but some of all the natural ones, he said, you have to get them really wet the first time, or you'll get more of a dry brush because of the way that the natural hairs act with first gathering up the water. And then once you get them really saturated, then you're good to go. But I just want to show you some different strokes that you can get from this. You guys have seen me script. You don't need to be seeing that. Although I feel like doing a little bit. See, just any little thing. But I just want to show you what a fine line that you can get with these. Oops, not when you shake your hand and drop a drop off on it. You can't. You know what? This isn't good paper to show it on because it's rice paper and it's going to bleed. So much for that demo gone awry. But you can see what fine strokes this point will give you even on a paper that's bleeding like that. Or you can stroke it on the side and get a really wide stroke. You can do all kind of different strokes with these. And anything in between, depending on how hard you push the bristles down. What's noise got? I've got to show them where you start putting a new roof on the house. Oh my. Oh yeah, that'll be a nice background. Hey Marcia. So those of you who just have come in, I'm showing my Lebanson bamboo brushes. I met Tracy Lemons when he was in Baltimore, and we've stayed in touch, and he has given me a coupon code to use, which is my first name. So if anybody's interested, any of my viewers will get 20% off their order. Gayla has posted the link in chat. It's Lebanson, Lebenzon. Lebanson paintbrushes. They're very high quality. He sells them in the real high-end juried show. You guys probably know it. It's called American Craft Council. He's going to be sending me some more for me to try and show. He said I should get them in about a week. He's been trying to go to his studio and get some more made, but they have a lockdown order and his studio's a drive from his house. So it's a little touch and go. Maybe you can take the cat's tranquilizer, Janet. Let the cat fend for himself. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, depending on how you want to drag this, you can make all different sorts of shapes with these. I don't have a very steady hand to demo anything that most artists and calligraphers would demo, but I do know a nice brush when I feel it. I feel it. I haven't scribbled in a long time. I'm going to try to get most of this paint or ink off of this one up here before I put it in the water and turn the water completely black on the first dip, because this ink, see, it's holding a lot of ink. And the water's black. There's a roofing company here in Baltimore. The guy is a veteran, and he looks for people that are vets that are in a hard way, and puts roofs on their houses for free every so often. So let me take this one with the really long bristle. This one is a synthetic, a small brown synthetic, and this one was $25. There's a huge range of prices. You'll see them from, I think 20 or 25 is the least expensive. And you'll see some of his big jumbo brushes that have specialty handles that might be up to 400. That, I certainly wouldn't need one of those, but there's all prices in between. They're 20% off for your order now, using my first name, Patti, as the coupon code. Yeah, it's really good of them, Joan. Yeah. I didn't even know about that. And I was sitting in a salon waiting to get my hair trimmed about, I don't know, before Christmas. And there was an older couple in there. He reminded me of my dad, and come to find out he was a World War II vet, and he was disabled, but he was there with his wife getting her hair done. And they were talking about how nice they were, and that they came and they couldn't believe they were going to get their roof replaced. I know that's an expensive project, But I wanted to see this. This isn't the right paper to use to show you a line, how fine a line will get. Because the paper, you guys are familiar with rice plate paper. It bleeds. It bleeds. Of course, I don't have hardly anything else right in my reach. Let's see what this. I have no idea what this will do. I've only ever jelly printed on this. This is that kanji paper. Let's see what happens. To me, this would be awkward for me to try to script with a bristle this long. But if you guys know Vicki Ross, she uses one of those, what the heck's it called? It's one of those really long brushes from Cheap Joe's. Angela Fair, I think, uses one. I want, for some reason, I want to say spruce goose. And I know that's not right, but it's, what the hell is it? Some kind of goose, I think. You guys know what I'm talking about? Or have I just really teetered over the edge, which is highly possible at this rate? I don't know. All right, let's see what this paper does. I just have one sheet folded over. But this is a really nice. If I had a steadier hand, you'd see what a fine line you could get out of this. But I don't have a very steady hand. It holds a lot of ink. It's still going strong. It might look a splotchy in a couple places, but that's because my hand picked up. Holy moly. I'm going to go up this way and start filling them in instead of using the whole sheet of paper for just that. I'm not looking at chat right now because otherwise I'd be making lines up the side of my computer most likely. I can't believe how much ink is still in there. It's still a strong, solid line. Well, I'm not believing my eyes. The goose is loose. Gray goose. No, it's not gray goose. It's called. Oh, you just ordered the itty bitty pat? That's great. Did you use my coupon? My Patti coupon? Hope so. I can't remember the name of that darn thing. And of course, I have one. And I tried scripting with it after watching Vicki. Oh my God. It's not, it do not work for me. It do not work for me. I don't see it. And I know I have one. Goose. Loose goose? Loose goose. Loose? Oh, for Pete's sakes, I don't know. I'm still getting a solid line. Wow, that's a fine hair. Now I finally got my wrist where I can control how much of the tip is actually touching the paper. Look how fine those lines. Oops, I smashed into the camera. I'm not used to it being this low. They're pretty fine. Wow. How far is this gonna go? Not looking at the chat. I'll pick my head up in a minute. I'm in disbelief. This must be a trick. Now I'm starting to see a little break in the stream. Or maybe that, nope, this one's solid. Maybe that's just the way I was holding it. There must be a trick. Is this like magic paper or something? Oh, good, Pat. Thank you. What length did you get? Did they have different lengths in that itty bitty, Pat? I think mine is an inch. That I have. Well, and we're still going. I'm just going to start filling them in. I don't want to waste more than one page doing this, but all right, let's just say you load this once, and that's all you need to load it. And that one's breaking up a little bit, I think. And that one is too. So maybe we're getting to the point. Well, that one's pretty good. No, I think I'm actually starting to have a not solid line now. But it's still pretty darn good. Hang on, I'll let you see these last ones. Now I think it's starting to break up. Focus for mother. See where they started to break up? That's crazy. I know. Hey, Terry. I hope you're well too. He is working on that green. He is was waiting for a call back from DHL to get him completely set up to ship internationally. So if he doesn't right now, he will be very soon. Yeah, no, that's pretty dry now. Isn't that was crazy? I have to say I'm rather impressed. All right, and then I like this big one. It didn't bleed through this paper, but I can see through it. See all those little lines through there? Let's do just a couple little somethings with this one. And this, you can't buy this exact brush anymore, but he may be putting those specialty ones up there. Or if you want a specialty one, you can always email him. And he said, if you have any questions, there's an email address on the site. I believe it's info@Lemons-on paintbrushes, Lemons-on brushes. You'll see it on the website where you can email Tracy and he'll answer any of your questions. So again, for those that might just be tuning in, Lemons-on paintbrushes, the handmade natural, natural and synthetic fiber brushes, hair brushes, 20% off with the coupon code Patti. Where are you, Green? I'm waiting for an answer. I didn't have a stroke. There it is. Lemons-on paintbrushes. Thanks, Gayla. Man, sniffing all that Lysol must be doing you good. You're all over it. Oh, in South Australia. Yeah. Maybe so. Okay. This is the one I used to do some wide scripting that what did I do with that on? I don't remember. That's holding a lot of ink too. This one, let's see what kind of a fine line we can get with this one. This comes down to a hair point. I'm not going to do the whole page again, I promise you. Let's see, there's all, same thing, different ways that you hold it. You can do different shapes and strokes and all kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. Mama likey. Get this ink out of my brush. Now, if you guys watch Robin McClendon, she did a video the other day. Of course, I had to go out and order the micas with the Arteza mica set and Tracy's brushes. She's working with Tracy as well, but for something else. And she used those. Patty, have you used any of these with watercolor and not ink? Only the rose gold. I haven't touched all the watercolors I have, and I haven't touched them lately. And just happen to have a Petri dish full of it here. Let's see. Let's just grab a piece of this black paper. And let me get my, this is the 3/4 inch elk. And that's got a really, all of them have a really like one hair point to them. I don't even know if you can see. Hello. Really? That's how we're going to be? That looks blurry there. You can't really see it. There's like one hair at the end. There you go. There we go. I mean, it's a razor point. Robin showed that brush dry, and the one on the site looks so different. It's a leap of faith. Well, they're handmade. No handles are going to be exactly the same for sure. The brushes, I mean the bristles, if they're wet or dry, look differently. Sorry, reading the chat. But if it's the same size and the same type, you should get the same performance, and it should be, very similar. I mean, they're all handmade. I think he's sending me one like that, so I'll be able to compare mine to hers. Hey, Judy, if there's another Australian, welcome. So this is the 3/4 inch elk, Siberian elk, I believe it is. My hand, like my brain, I haven't scripted in so long, my brain doesn't want to let me get her going. That's a little bit thick, I think. I need it more ink-like. Sheesh. All real hair brushes look different, wet and dry. Yeah, they do. And then Carrie Ann's here too. And Green. Got a lot of Aussies in here. I really can't get my brain to think, like, just let it flow. But yeah, you can see in the description, Sandra, some are specifically better suited for watercolor. Some are better suited for calligraphy. There's a lot of crossovers though. Like I would feel comfortable using this for any of those, honestly. And this is watercolor here. That's making a line so fine you can't even hardly see it. My hand's so unsteady. It's not a good representation. You can make really wide streaks, even with the smaller brush. Let's see if you can see some of the lines. All right, so Does it look? It does look silver in camera. That's old Rosie. Does that look silver? Looks weird though, doesn't it? The color flashing weird on there. That's probably on the dry spot. That's probably the truer color. It's so shiny. He's so shiny. It just reflects the light so much that you can't hardly see. At the top of that, you can kind of see that color. But it is hard to capture on camera. It's just it's too reflective. Is there such a thing really as too shiny? I don't think so. So let's see what we can come up with maybe a little quick collage. I haven't done a collage in a while. All the streaming last week was jelly plating. There's only 2 in here. I really like how that came out. You guys remember were you on me when I did that one? I did that's when I used this brush, I think, and did this fatter scripting, and then went over it with the Letter It brush that has the instead of ink, it's got the medium for embossing medium in it, and then I scripted over it and then embossed it with Seth's Patina Oxide baked texture. So it's got that black shadow on it. I love how that turned out. So just one here. These are thick pages. Okay, let's do something in here. I have an insane mess down here from all the jelly prints for it. I think I streamed like 5 times. Oh, thanks, you. I'm going to look for a jelly print. I might throw down here for a background start. Oh, here are these. Oh, that one's just really, you know what? I might go in the background with something like this. That's just very, oh, wait a minute. Maybe that one. This is the one I picked up with Seth's. Patti is the discount. P-A-T-T-I. Loves Maui. I bet I would love Maui too. I've never been. Judy. Who is asking? Judy. Yes, Patti. Just my first name is 20% off. It is. Yeah, this was Seth's that stuff. I think ice that I pulled this with. It looks that color in the package, but it's this color when you thin it out, which is right up my alley. I gotta tell you. So I'm going to, you know what? First, I'm going to take a good picture of this in case I want to reprint it sometime. Oh, loves mail. You're Kathy Seek. Hello, my dear. These screen names, I'm telling you, they get me all jacked up. Let's see if I can capture the shinola on this in a photo that I could possibly reprint. It's so hard to get it at the right angle. Let me turn this lamp on. Let's see if that helps. Hey, Nancy. Oh, Nancy, Xandra wants to talk to you about this summer. Come on, Mama. Let me get you on here. It's so hard. Let me try this. If I can hold it like this and get it at the right angle. Sorry. You know, I think this one's going to be one and done. I don't think it's going to let me capture it, but. Crap. Oh well, it is what it is. We're moving forward. All right. I'm going to tear some of this off. Can you email me, Nancy, please? I tell you, I never washed my hands so much in my lifetime. My hands feel like they're gonna crack. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Ah, I know. Did you see Robin's video with the Arteza micas, Kathy? Her gilding technique and then the Venetian plaster look. That's a good deal on those too. And she's got a coupon for, I think it's like $5. Maybe throw something like this down here just to start a whole background with some white space around it. Oh, you can see the outline of the crazy eights in there a little bit. See that little misty shadow in there? How cute are you? Okay, let's find, where's my materials here? Let's throw this bad boy down and see where we go. Oh, they're sold out? I'm not surprised. They have two different sets. There's one in the smaller jars that has 60 colors, which is the one Robin demoed. And then they have another set of, oh gosh, they're bigger bottles. And I think there's 35 colors, maybe. Ah, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm trying to watch the chat and not pay attention to what I'm doing. Let's see. Of course, that's going to want to, I'm not good at gluing a big piece like this down and getting it anywhere near the center. Very tricky to me. Sheesh, Louise. We're going to go with the texture from the wrinkles. We're going to call that intentional. Actually, I like it. I like it. Hang on, I missed a question. What paper is it? It's deli paper, just like this deli paper. It is delightful deli. All right, now what? Let's see what else I can find. Nope. Remember this one that the paper stuck down to the freaking plate? Wouldn't that have been cool? Had it not torn apart. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yes. Can't get any of Seth stuff here. You try. Ah! That sucks. I might maybe cut a surfboard out. So I had somebody, I think it was Amber, telling me that her stencils are stuck in the post office 45 minutes away from her house for for a few days. And so just know if you haven't gotten them yet, that's unusual, and it's because of what's going on. It's not Sherry. She ships them like immediately. That was a cool print too. I did get some cool prints during that 5-day scramble. I'm telling you what, there are jelly prints out of me ears. Sorry for whatever you may be seeing in the camera that you shouldn't. These are two of my favorites. Look at this one. Mama's going to be taking a picture of that one. I'm going to sit that up there, and I'm going to sit you up there out of harm's way. Oh, there's another another surfboard. Okay. Red would be the way to go. Got my stencil this way. Oh, good. Thank you. Hey, Vicki. Oh, Jerry, you got the micas? Good for you. I'm sure they'll be back in stock soon. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, look at these. Look at that background. Pray tell, what did I do? And this one too. This one looks old. Old medallion kind of looking thing. Maybe I'll use part of you. Too bright, too blue. I don't know. Maybe. Look at that one. Talk about your crusty bits. I found a PBO goodies in there. I better take a picture of that too. I might put one of these in here. I got a few of these now. That one came out pretty cool too. That's another one I use that Seth stuff to pull that off. Oh, green. That's what I was going to tell you. I got sidetracked. Rachel that comes on sometimes, Soul Rain, she did a video recently talking about a website where she was able to go and buy stamps. They get them from all over the world, stamps and stencils mostly, but they had other stuff on there too. They get them from all over the world and sell them through. There's Gala's print. I know you love that one, Gala. That's cool too. This is one of my faves. I like that one. I don't know. Want to do something with that? Anyway, sorry. Squirrel. Green. Let me say it before I forget it. Top Flight Stamps, I believe it's called. Top Flight Stamps. They import stuff from all over the world, and it's like one-stop shopping for a lot of stuff that people can't get because of where they live. Now, where they're based, I don't know. I don't know if they're in the U.S. But you might want to check that out and see if any of the Seth stuff is available on there. I know some of the so I know some of his embossing powders were on there. I saw them with is it Emerald Creek? Is that the name of one of the brands he I don't want to say designs for, but Top Flight is a great order from them. I never even heard of it before, Kath. How terrible is that? That's 2 rolls. Oh, that would have been a good one. I got to cut up more of this tissue, and here's where I did the Sumi ink and then let it dry and picked it up on tissue paper. It's very ghostly. This one looks like lightning, like a lightning storm or something when you see it right. Oh, cool. Eileen told, of course she did. Hi, Janice. Hi, Gina. I'll give me a little black in there. Now there's that color shifting. You guys still can't see that purple. It's almost all purple when I look at it. So strange. There it is, a little bit on the top. You just have to trust me. Oh, maybe a hunk of that. Maybe like, I don't know, I don't know. Let's see. Certainly I have enough to choose from in here. Right? Do we have to go through this whole thing? No, let's just jump through. Oh, that one I want to take a picture of too. That was good. Oh, here's Gail. Oh, Gail. Oh, look, you're present to me. Gail mailed me these sheets. Every square has Dave Monday, Dave Tuesday, and then I have my own set. That's how precious she is. Oh. Precious or psycho? I haven't decided. A little bit of both. She did have a nice haul. You can see the purple. Good. Somebody can see the purple. These were Seth sprays on the jelly plate. There's something in black. Maybe just one of these circles in black would look cool in there somewhere. Gotta have my little Papa black. Make it all pretty. Oh, that was a good one too. Put you up there, my little beauty. All right, enough of this craziness. Oh, I haven't even looked through my scrap box. This is another one of the roll-offs. That's going to become washi tape with some stuff on top of it. Oh, and here's another one. Look at all the colors in this one. That one went a little crazy. I love it. All right, here's some that I did. This is all from me heaving stuff up here all week last week when I was working on it. Stencils. Everything's up here. Hang on. Oh, Lord. Yes, this one is watercolor paper. It's a Arteza. Sweet Lord. These little bits I didn't have the heart to throw away. They were the tape. This is the one where the paper ripped off on the jelly plate. Remember that disaster? But it's got little bits of brilliance that I was able to pick off of there. I might be able to use something like that. I don't even know what the hell I have anymore. Oh, that's what I had. Okay. Wow. There's a whole lot of stuff in here. Here's one of my corners I was practicing on. Too much like it. Oh, I might need to use you. Okay. I need about 1/8 of what I pulled out here, but we'll see. Gee, oh no, you're buffering, Joan. Crap. That's so frustrating. Oh, your typo, Joan, reminded me of something. You said Z Gilly, and that looked like Zulily when I looked at it. A friend of mine, Kim, sent me a Facebook message today saying that if anyone was looking for the We Are Memory Keepers freestyle foil quill pens, they had them on Zulily for $13.99. And you got, I think, a roll of tape and some foil with it. But she said to pay attention to the shipping depending on where you are. She thinks the shipping might be a little bit on the high side at times. I might keep a little bit of that out. It's going to need a little pop of something, so let's keep these out. Got to have some black and white on there. I must. This one I'm not going to do that with, but I am going to take a picture of that one. Try to scan it. Top Flight Stamps. Is that deli paper? Well, I don't know which one you mean now. I've rifled through so many things. Most of this is deli. Some of it is rice paper. Like this is sprays on the jelly plate on rice paper. That was rice paper. These are onion skin I just scripted on for, I don't know what reason, but I did. No, see, now I'm going to pull them out. That's just too much like the background, too abstract, nothing to it. Here's this. I got to take a picture of that before I use it. Got to put that on my save pile. Hey, April. You've been off more than on. Oh, crap. Sorry, Kath. That is frustrating. Emerald Creek. Thank you. God, April, I hope the answer is good, because after seeing the stash she had, if it's not good, somebody's got a problem in that household. Whew. Not the right color. How about these surfboards? Would they look good on there? Those, maybe. I think these. All right. Maybe a hunk of that somewhere. I don't know. All right. All right. I'm going to cut a couple of these out. Here we go. Yes, Gail has shared with us a little of her TP stash. So I did this. I pulled this with my surfboard stencil. The plate was dirty with a bunch of layers of stuff on it. And of course, what you see in the gold and the turquoise there are where the holes in the stencil. They're shaped like surfboards. And I pull them on black so that when I, hey, Colleen, hi, Jerry, so that when I cut them out, I can leave a little border of black around it. So that kind of really frames it when I put it in, however I use it. This is as close to fussy cutting as you will ever see me do. I promise you. I don't have the patience or the skill, and I'm okay with that. Oops, almost went crooked there. Probably did, actually, but that's okay. I might layer something over it anywho, so I don't know what's going to happen. Thanks, Joan. All right, let me have another one of these. Let me just cut up the middle here. It's awkward for me to have to fight that whole sheet. Almost done. Takes time, people. I'm not a machine. All right. Now, just for gigs while I'm at it, I'm going to cut one of these. I'm going to try to cut one of these. Good Lord, speaking of cutting, I was trying to avoid in this bend of my hand. I cut my mom's hair the other night. Let's just say I did not get a tip, but it does look better. You say that now, Eileen. There may come a day. And Lord's over it. I don't want to name names, but All right, let me take a little attempt at this. I'm going to try to leave a little black border on this one as well. I don't know if I'm going to use these or not. I just need to cut them down so I can audition them. Hope that got away from me a little bit there. As they do. Well, that's all jacked up here. Hang on. I don't know. That's kind of cool looking. I don't know. I'm just playing. Don't anybody panic yet. Let's see. That's probably too big. I'm going to get rid of this one that didn't print 100% on that edge. My mom's neighbor told us that they didn't get any mail delivery at all last week. Come to find out, apparently this was in the little local paper, or somebody. I don't know where it came from. I don't know the source. I can't reveal my sources. Apparently someone that worked the front desk tested positive for COVID, and the rest of the crew refused to come in. Well, I'm not sure this counts as fussy cutting. I've seen some people, including Xandra, fussy cut stuff that I would not even attempt. All right, let's see what I can do with any of this stuff, if anything. Oh. Oops, Gayla. I'm looking in the monitor of my computer to see what this looks like rather than looking at it here, because I can't see the, I don't know about that one. I kind of like where this one was going. I think maybe I'll cut this out. All right, that maybe just turned into, I'm going to cut this out. That way I can see some of the green through there. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Thank you, Judy. That I can appreciate. Like, oh, God bless her. She thinks it's fussy cutting. I'm going to start sterilizing stuff with my alcohol inks. We'll all look like Smurfs. Who cares? I can't buy Lysol, Clorox, wipe sprays, bottles. Gone. I don't know. That's kind of interesting to my eye. But now what am I going to do with this? Maybe nothing. Oh, maybe this. And just let that little bit of that stick out. Like that. That's kind of cool. Looks like a little dashed line on the top there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what Robin does. She's so smart. I'm going to, I call it water cutting. Just take a wet brush and this is rice paper, and go, oh, and it's blue, apparently, and go around and cut, drag the wet brush on the paper. Is that my brush or is that the water? I don't know. Just drag the brush along the paper and it goes into the fibers, and then you just very gently pull it apart, and it gives you kind of a natural deckled edge. I think the factories are good. They just can't keep it in stock now. And I'd be willing to bet that the store employees, which, it's probably fair because they are there still working, but I'm betting they're stocked up on it in some cases, which goody for them if they can get it. We found a bottle of Clorox spray cleaner in a sink we don't use that often underneath of it. And I was like, score. But we got one little bottle of Purell, and do I just want a little bit of that down here maybe? Seems like a lot of wide open spaces there. This seems too big. Of course, I'd get rid of all that white. But do I want to go top to bottom off the edge with that? And this would be underneath of here. Do I want to do that? Let me see. Do I have a skinnier piece? This is onion skin. I have like a million sheets that I've done this on. I did not see that, Gilly. Oh, there should be a meme of that one. Oh, gosh. Okay. Why did I get a... Oh, I know. Don't tell me. I know. I'm going to come in here and look for some smaller scripting examples. Oh, what about this black and white? A strip of that, maybe. No, I think that's too much. See how I self-corrected? These are smaller. See how raggedy this was? I think, Vicki, I was talking about you and that brush you used to script with. The loosey-goosey or whatever it is. What is that called? We called it bad names because we couldn't figure it out. Okay, I see what I'm going to think I'm going to use. I love this. So much easier than trying to rip it dry. Loose goose. I did have it right. Well, first I said spruce goose, but I knew saying it, I knew I was wrong. You were wrong. But I knew it was some kind of goose, and I was thinking loose. But yeah, the way she does that. She does script with it, but man, I was totally out of control with that rascal. Of course, we all know Vicki's got a little bit better hand, a lot better hand than I do at this stuff. I'm kind of a bull in a china shop where she has a little more finesse about these things. Trying to get rid of most of the white. And then if I put this down, if I decide to do this, I'm going to use that, what's it called? That starch paste stuff for rice paper. It's so smooth. It's smooth. I'll save you for another day, my little friend. And while some of this is still wet, I'm going to pull it off there. Oh, I don't want this straight edge, although that'll probably be right at the bottom, but even so, let's just get rid of that. Rough it up a little. All right, now watch, I won't even like this one. Let's see, if we started up here at the edge, I like to go outside the original border that I put like this. I like to go into the white space. Yeah, I couldn't tell you which one it was either, Vic. All right, let's cut this off here. Save that one for another day. All right, let's start less talking and more gluing. Well, I have this piece of tape out here, but I don't think that's gonna make it. Although, you know what I thought about the other day? I made all these roll-off sheets and then I embossed on them. See my pictographs. These are Seth's. One's Tranquility Sea, the turquoise one, and the other one, purpley looking one, is Stardust, I think it's called. That's some of his new embossing powders. I was thinking some of the, because I did it on that 4-inch tape. Oh, yeah, I could do that again, couldn't I, April? Ah. But I was thinking, see how it's so hard to do this on like a row or whatever with the embossing powder. It's clear, so you can't see where it is. And unless you do one at a time to line them up, which you know that I'm not going to do that. I really like that one, the way that came out. And you know what this was? I'm going to tell you what this was. It was a piece of this newsprint. And I was showing you guys, I was doing something with the silver black ink. And I just took my brush and was going like this, wiping it off on the newsprint. And it pops up silver almost right away. See that? Let's see. Up here, you can see it better. There you go. And I had brayered off on top of it. And then I stamped it with this long scripty stamp that I have. You can see it here. See the little shadows of the vertical lines of scripting. And then I have this Seth stamp. I've had this for years. It's really fine lines on the stamp. So I didn't want to use one of his chunkier embossing powders. This is Ranger Platinum that I stamped that with, and I really like that. But I'm thinking I could punch circles out of these bigger ones. And this one came out all wonky. But it's still pretty in its own right. And this one, remember, if you guys were watching me, I brayered off over here to get the black off of my roller. And then I use this, I call it my amoeba wooden stamp. This, and I put some impressions of bronze paint I had on my plate. And then I just put a couple stencils on top of that. But I don't know. None of these are really lighting my fire on this background, though. That's all right. I think I'm good. Okay, so now I got to put down, I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to put this down with, where the hell is it? Hang on. Oh, what do you know? I put it back in the drawer. How organized of me. I know. Several people told me it's sold out. Several people went to go get it. So this is what I'm going to use. The Yamato starch paste. Where is it? Supposedly this is really good for using with rice paper. I agree with that. Now I gotta find a little, I just want a little acrylic brush. Too little. Oh, please, come on. All right, gotta move to the acrylic brush department. Give me a moment. This one will work. And that's really soft though. I need a little stiffer. Here we go. That'll work. This will do it. I'm gonna glue on both of these. It is nice glue. I like it, Eileen. Oh shit. Oops, mark me down for one, Gala. So I'm gonna glue the back of this first. And I'm going to remember, as I've told you guys before, I learned my lesson to really get those little deckled edges where the water cutting are now dry and the paper's kind of raggedy, which is what I wanted. But when you don't get those as saturated with the glue as the rest of the piece, they'll still show whiter, where most of this is going to go fairly translucent. But I didn't get them as wet. I did more of the middle, right? And just kind of went like this over the edges. That wasn't enough. They were all white. So I want to make sure I get those really good and gluey. Here's where I tore it. For the love of Pete. Oh my, we're going to run off the paper. That's all right. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat right at the moment. Don't you fold up on me. Don't even think about it. Don't you do it either. Oh, that's going to really... Well, you know what it's going to do. Oh, mercy. Come on, Mama. Let's put you down right here. Get down there. I don't want to use my bone folder on this at this stage because it's too fragile. Rice paper is fragile when it's dry, and you make it wet, and you're cruising for a bruising. Just trying to tap it down. Now I'm going to I'm going to get this out of my way. That's only going to end poorly. And now I'm going to take another little light bit of this and go over the top of this. And I don't want to go, too crazy over the size of the piece. As if it gives it another sheen. I don't want that line to be that obvious. But you can start to see that get more translucent. Hey, Deb. And another Debbie. Debbie Harney and Debbie Epps. Zandra and Gala. Who else? April. Kathy left. I think she was buffering. But Debbie Harney is Debbie from Arizona that was in our class. And we had dinner with one night with she and her sister. That's who Debbie Harney is. I don't know if you guys hooked up on Facebook or not. But Sandra and Gala and April are all here in chat too, Deb. How's things going out where you guys are in Arizona? Is everybody good? Hey, Shauna. All right, now I'm going to go back and pick up some of this. All right, going in the water. Yeah, it really does. See, it looks like, I mean, you can see it still. As it dries, it'll get a little bit more, but you can see the turquoise and the bronze through there. But you don't really see that big strip of white paper, right? It's like magic. All right, let's see. Hey, Jan. Hey, Rachel. Good to see you guys. All right, let's see. What was I doing with this? What was my idea? I'm going to watch putting this on here because that's going to lay right in the glue. And you know what's going to happen there. Did I have it down that low? Do I care? I do want it kind of off center. And I want to be mindful of what I cover up over here. That can go there. And then this, do I want it this way? So I get black and white stripes on the sides. Like that. I gotta look. Yeah, I could live with that. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Let's get my glue stick down here. Glue on a surfboard. Oop. I've got to get my, did you guys see the, Robin has her April downloadables up on the site. She did a video the other night with Tracy Lemons' brushes and about her. Oh, cool, Janet. Significantly reduced it. Oh, cool. That's good to know. She, oh, hell, forgot what I was saying. Oh, she's got her link out there. I didn't link it up yet because I need to print them out and then I'll do a design team specific stream and put the appropriate links for everybody down there. But they're really cool. I mean, they're always cool, but these are particularly cool. Is that straight? Nothing worse than a crooked surfboard. All right, and which way did I decide to go? This way? I think I went that way, right? Do I want to put that down the bottom and let it kind of taper in here? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Feel like I'm talking to myself some days. Oh, great, Jan. I'm glad you got them. Xander's are hung up in a post office, 45 minutes from her house. But that's not an iStencil thing. That's a coronavirus post office effect thing. So I did that this way, right? I wanted to go horizontal. I don't know what it is. It's probably just me and my way my little brain works, but I love black and white stripes. Well, that's not good. Got a little booger on there. Okay, leave it alone. It's going to get worse. Okay, April, take care. Oh, no worries. Are you talking to me or Z? Oh, Z. Naps are allowed. Yep. And more glue down there. No more stick. I don't remember what paint I used to do that pull, but look how that blended. And this little one of the half of the crazy 8 that I cut out. Anybody remember what I did? Oh, Lord, please don't tell me I got to go through 5 days of videos to figure it out. Okay, now what do we need? Airplane propeller. That's what I was going for. Hey, Janine. So far, so good here. I hope everybody is too. I'm going to hit this with a heat gun and get this drying phase going here. And I may take April's suggestion about using that embossing pen over top of this, although this one's, well, it's smaller font. However, I have a smaller letteret pen, a smaller tip. So I might still do it. Heat gun. I'm going to turn it up because I'm not using it on my jelly plate now. Hello, Messy. Is it Robin? Messy, let's make a mess. Is that Robin? No, that's All Thumbs is Robin. Oh, crap, I don't know. Vicky, a little creative is April. Oh, Dawn. Well, we'll see if I can remember that. Probably not, but don't be insulted. I screw over everybody's screen names. Oh. Still a little boogery here. Thanks, Rachel. Oh, you know what? Vicky, she went to have dinner. I don't think she's in chat right now. But that's April Mathis. She's the one. She's got the Etsy shop, a little creative, and sells the imported Renaissance Polish watercolors. She's the U.S. importer of those watercolors. See you, Kathy. Take care. Aloha. Oh, look at me being all fancy. So you can't see the shine like I do at that angle, but let's see how leaving that little black border around the surfboards. I don't know. I like it. I don't know if you like it or not. Now what are we going to do? What are we going to do now? Let me just have a little gander. Okay, Bev Weitzel. Are you watching on an iPad or a phone, Bev? Oh, hell, what's that? It's an alarm for something. Oh, that's the Klondike alarm. Way to go, Gayla. You didn't remind me. Dave's on Klondike duty, though. Bless his heart. My mom gets her she likes at 8:30 at night. She likes a Klondike bar. It's not frozen. I was off the screen for a minute. Sorry. Glad to have you here. Did you figure out the chat? iPad. So I rarely watch on my iPad, but I'm sure there's people on here that do. Joan, one of my mods, I think always uses her iPad. I'm sure others are, but isn't there like on a phone a little icon that looks like a cartoon bubble, with the little, you know what I mean, the little chat bubble that you have to click and that opens up the chat? I'm pretty sure. But if you're chatting, I'm assuming you found it. Bye, Green. Stay safe. I will ask him. He probably would. There's a whole lot of stuff in here. It's too much like the background, but it's pretty. Kayla, what am I going to do with you? No, I love those, but they're too the same. Don't need that on there going on, right? Don't need that going anywhere on here. No. Just stop it. You look ridiculous. Who cares? Oh, Lord, I got to turn it off. Chelsea's sending me links. I wanted to send the kids, since we won't get to see my babies for Easter. I wanted to send them some stuff for Easter. Rachel, it's a square ice cream bar, usually vanilla. They have different flavors, covered with a chocolate coating. I know. What would you do for a Klondike bar? That's what they say. Maybe I don't need anything else. Maybe I'll just add a little of that embossing. The little hunk of that silver black stuff on coffee stained rice paper. He's so shiny. Look at that little piece of something. I don't think it fits. This one's too organized. It doesn't have any, random just stuff. One day I will use this washi tape. That remind me, I got to do something in that color blue to get that to work in there. All right, nothing is this tape. Oh, thanks, Janine. Maxi bonds. No, I want a maxi bond. Yeah, they are not readily available these days. All right, I think I'm going to get off of there. I think I'm going to move to like a double scripting on there, whatever you want to call it, where I put down, I'm just looking at the color. Don't anybody panic. With embossing powders. No. All right. Well, here's a real piece of the corrugate. The little piece of one of the prints that Jude sent me from New Zealand. No. Okay. Now let's do this. My phone is going crazy. I turned it off there. It's ringing on my computer. I'm sure that's Chelsea bombarding me with links. Oh yeah, I can see it on my computer. Sorry for the dinging. See, Debbie, take care. Stay safe. Yeah, I want to. Oh my God, Chelsea, what are you doing to me, baby? I gotta turn that one off. That's still the littlest bit tacky. Oh, paint spray and gold. I bet it does. So I think I have to, with this one again, use Seth's patina. Embossing powder, it's just screaming for it. It's a little too hot. I think I lifted up my page over here with that. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. We're not going to do that. That's not going to fit in there. Give me this. Glitter glue. Well, it didn't stop, did it? Okay. Ooh, it's like threading a needle. Actually, I think that's what I'm doing. Threading a needle. Sort of. No thread. Sumi ink to emboss. You know what? I don't know, Janine. I don't know that. I'll have to try that sometime. Even though this is watercolor paper, this is kind of bowing up on me here a little bit. All right, let's see. Oh my God, how do I make this stop? Why won't it turn off? Options. Sweet Moses. Oh my God, is that driving anybody else berserk? It's taking me out, I got to tell you. And it won't let me shut down the app. Force quit. Where's force quit? Quit. This is what I'm going to have to reboot when I get off of here, because I couldn't use ManyCam. It kept telling me it was not responding. Now that's what my messenger's telling me. It's not responding. That's why I can't make the ding stop. Forgive my ding dongs. A single red stamp. See me, you're always whipping that red on me. What stamp would that be? Like my washi tape. Oh, the washi tape with the little red stamps. Like this. Where would one put that? Little red stamp. Oh my God. See, it goes kind of translucent on there. I don't know where would you put it? If you have the idea, you have to give me a location. Yeah, that's right. They did use water. I remember that. And you know what? Sumi ink might be really interesting to try. If I wrap this up soon enough, I can these look so much more red when they're on the roll. Where would you put it though? Everything looks like down in the corner like it is a chop. Just one down here, maybe. Like that. Turquoise, the white wedge in the middle of the circle. Wait a minute. What's going? Hang on. No red. Yes, red. Fluoro orange in the middle of the circle. Turquoise. On one of the surfboards. Oh, you guys aren't lacking in ideas. Let me go back to what I was starting to do. Oh, sweet lordy. Sit too long. I think it's going to have to be this one. Or maybe the amber. Maybe the amber. Oh, maybe a mix. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll mix them up. Listen to me getting all crazy. So let me get situated first. Yeah, here I'm not like I'm not going to do a flip. Hey, Shirley. Oh, I'm glad you like them. Thank you. All right, let's get set up for the embossing, because if I'm gonna do half of this first, I think, because all right, let me find the magic tip. Too small. Might be too big. That's the brush. I think, I don't know, that one might be the right one because I can get a skinny line. Okay. It's between these two. I think I'm going to have to go with the brush tip because this is a blunt tip. So I can't really get a point when I need a littler point. But I can, I think, with the brush tip. All right. Let's have a go, as they say. Hey, Wendy. Welcome. All right. Now I'm just going to go over this. I think I'm going to have to get rid of the glasses. And I'm just going to try to make a skinny line. So a lot of the black shows. Oh, here's going to be tricky. Ooh, looky there. I'm glad I used this one. Wow. Sorry, not looking at chat at the moment. I'm going to go down to here. And then I'm going to put the cap on this. And I'm going to mix. How am I going to do this? Sweet Lord. I'm going to put a little bit of this on here. And this is going to have to go into a new jar to save it. Did I see Rachel? Oh, that Rachel. Okay, different Rachel. Our same Rachel that's been here. And this is amber. I'm going to throw a little amber in there. And now, do a little mixy. How in the hell am I going to do this? Sweet Moses. Oh no, you know what? I bet it's going to stick to all that freaking glue. Why didn't somebody stop me? I love to blame it on you guys because clearly I never make a mistake. All right, I'm going to see if I can brush some of that off of there. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Although that might look kind of cool. Not exactly what I was going for. I know, right, Eileen? All right. That's getting most of it. It might end up looking kind of cool. Or not. I don't know. Well, let's just heat this up and see what happens. Heat gun. It'll be very cool or like, oh, crap. Can I back the camera up 5 minutes? There we go. Whatever happens, happens. Holy crap, nothing's happening. What the hell? Seriously? Oh, there we go. Wow. It's taken so long to melt. Turn it hotter. Okay, that's not bad. All is not lost. All right. Hey, Rachel. We were just talking about you. But I did cover up most of the black. A little bit of the black still shows. So, okay, let's... So I'm going to have the same problem down here. That's okay. All right. It's got a little something on the end of it there. Okay, now I'm going to take this mixture again. All right, now let me get this over here. Hey, Devin. Looks like ancient alien technology. Yes, I'm in touch with another world. All right, now I gotta look how much of this stuck to that underneath that glue. All right, you guys might not be able to see this, but I'm gonna have to turn it at this angle so I can let gravity help me get rid of my screw up. Almost done. All right. I'll use this on the Sumi ink experiment. No. How about that? Okay. A little bit of heat gun. Oh, I hit the camera with my head probably. I got Since I don't have Minicam, it wouldn't load tonight. I didn't have a Zoom. So, and now that I say that out loud, I'm remembering that maybe I do have a Zoom that Vicki told me about that I downloaded that I forgot about when I couldn't get rid of Minicam. Now I couldn't start Minicam, and the only way I could Zoom, I thought, was dropping my camera. So now it's like, it's right there. It's right in my face. Okay. So there we go. That's on top of that black. See a little bit of the black peeking out of there, here and there. Trying to catch it on the light. Very tricky. Okay. So I might walk away from that one. And thanks, Rach. This was a jelly print that I did, lifting with Seth's glacier green. It had some bronze on the plate and shadows of different stencils. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to walk away from this one because last time I didn't walk away and I should have. And I do want to do an experiment. I got to figure out what that color combination was there because I really like that bleed from that silvery, bluey kind of color to champagne kind of color. No idea what that is. Okay, I'm going to set this on the side. Oh, Jesus. Come on. All right. Set that on the side. And then, now that quick, I forgot who asked about. Janine, are you going to get the mica powders? They're already ordered. Thanks, Rachel. What paper book are you using? It is an Arteza watercolor book. It's 8.3 by 11.7, 110-pound watercolor. There was a set of 2 on Amazon. I don't know, 20 something, I think it was, for the set of 2. But I do like it better than the one with the black cover on it, the sketchbook. That paper was too thin for what I do to it. That's April's idea, a little creative me, to do that, the embossing over the script. But now, and I'm trying to decide what paper I want to try to do this on. I'm thinking I might do it on a piece of tracing paper because it's not going to spread and dry so quick like rice paper will. So another Sumi ink experiment. I'm going to go back to one of Tracy's brushes. And this is the bigger one. So what do I want to put on here? I can't make it too, well, it doesn't really matter, right? I want to do it. I don't want to, let's see. Yeah, I got those the other day. I used them last week streaming. These tubes of acrylics. I did get those. I'm thinking. With script, I was trying to think if we could get like some like water, some droplets or whatever. I might try to do that. So let's just do like 1 or 2 characters. Okay. And then maybe just, will it drip off of there? Gets a little splatter going. I don't know why. I just felt like splattering something, I guess. Let me get most of this out of this brush. These brushes hold the ink. Okay. And now let's try to get this on here while it's somewhat wet. Might not have enough, but we're going to do what we can with it and see if I can hit most of those little droplets. All right, let's see what we got. Everything looks kind of covered there. Move that out of the way. Begun. Oh, good for you, Rachel. I believe we can emboss with Sumi ink. Which makes sense when you said it out loud about you can do it with water. Why couldn't you do it with this? Well, look at you. Let's see if we can get the splat zoomed in. How cool are they? All right, I'm going to do one more thing before I go. Now, let's see if I can get... I wanted it... You know what? What the hell am I doing? That's not really what I wanted to do. Who knows what I want to do? What was I thinking when I did that? I wanted to make it look like a drip, but that just looks like a line, which actually was a drip, but... Of course that's going to emboss. That was silly. I think my brain's fried. Yeah, everybody, I think pretty much everybody probably got that free stencil. All they had to do was buy one of mine or one of Jones to get it. You can. That was a good suggestion. Thanks, Janine. I love the droplets, though. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do on my page. Huh. Do I dare? So if I just did some splatters. Are they going to show up that well? I'm concerned about how hot I had to make that and this deli paper starting to lift like it did over here when I did this bit. Huh. Well, you know what? I just flicked a brush, as one does. Oh, screw it. What's the worst that can happen? Come on. Let's just do it, for Pete's sakes. So I'm going to, what brush do I want to use for said splattering? I want something that's going to splat pretty well, that'll give me a lot of oomph. Maybe this is one of my favorite watercolor brushes. This is just a silver black velvet watercolor brush, but it's nice and bushy, and I might get some bigger splats. But I'll tell you what, this Sumi ink is going to make quite the mess wherever it lands. All right, let's stop there. And let's can't pick anything up. Here you go, nothing. See if we can show you a little better. Watch me light my camera on fire. I don't know if you guys can see that happening or not, but I can't look away right at the moment. Pretty cool. It's actually raised texture. Backwards. Huh. Of course, I got splats up here, but who cares? It's not like it's a masterpiece going to the museum or anything. It's just in my book. All right. Now do I back away? I think I will. I think I'll stop while I'm a smidge ahead. Oh, Lord, now this is full of paint or ink. All right, kids, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to show you these Lemons brushes one more time. My code for Lemons brushes is my first name, Patti, P-A-T-T-I, which will get you a 20% discount on your purchase. These are the bamboo brushes you've seen me use. You know what? I'm just going to, I know that's kind of mixed up a little bit there, but I'm just going to pour it in here because we don't care. Wait a minute. What did I miss something? Shirley asking a question. Hang on. Shirley, is there a place to show how you use? You can always, if you put them on Instagram, you could just tag me or tag iStencils on Instagram or Facebook. That would be great. I'd love to see what you do with them. You can put them on my personal page, which is Patti Tolley Parrish, or my my art page, which, oh God, I haven't done anything with that for so long. It's Inky Obsessions. I really need to be better with that, but I'm not. Oh, so I wanted to show you these brushes real quick again. So Tracy Lemons makes these gorgeous handmade bamboo brushes, some natural hairs, some synthetic hairs, silver fox, some Siberian elk, goat, all different kind of real hair brushes. He's got a website that is Lemons Paintbrushes. I think Gayla has put the link up several times, and I'll link the information underneath the video once it goes up. I'll have to do that later. But anyway, he's having a sale at the moment, and you get 20% off using my first name as the code for during checkout, which is Patti, P-A-T-T-I. These are just a little sampling that I got from him myself. I saw him in person in Baltimore in February, right after we got back from Arizona. There's Gayla. I put the link up. Thanks, Gayla. Right after we got back from Arizona, he was at the American Craft Council show downtown Baltimore. And I went there and bought the ones that you see with the tags still on them. I got these. And I also got this one when I was there in person and got to meet him and talk to him and get to know him. And he flew to Atlanta mid-March and was about to go to the venue to set up his show with the American Craft Council there, and they canceled the show. So I had to turn around and fly back home the next day because of the virus. So all of his show season so far for several shows in a row are canceled, and that's his income. So I'm trying to help out where I can. And he's a great guy, great product. Rachel, for fans of Rachel's, she's used, hers looks different because the bamboo's natural and you don't get two brushes that look alike. But it's the Siberian elk in a 3/4 inch is the one that she uses for her scripting. There's tons of brushes out on his site. If you have any questions, he's got an email out there. I think it's info@lemonsonpaintbrushes.com. You'll see it on the website. But anyway, ask away and take advantage of the coupon if you are interested. They're great for watercolor, calligraphy, sumi ink, scripting, just about anything but acrylics, although some of his brushes are good for acrylic as well, but you wouldn't want to use it on the natural hairs. So more to come. All right, kids, I'm gonna bolt. Thanks for hanging with me. It was good to see everybody. I like this. I'll use that again. I appreciate it, and I will see you soon, I hope. Patti, I take one in my birthday package. One of the brushes. When's your birthday, Vicki? Are you in April, baby? Rachel is. I am. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Is my camera that jacked up crooked? Yes. Why, yes, it is. Must have banged it with my head again. Oh, April's got an April birthday. How clever. Thanks, guys. It was great to see everybody again. Everybody stay safe and stay healthy. That's not a request. That's an order. And hopefully I'll see you guys back here sometime soon. Thanks.